One thing about me, y'all, is if I'm your auntie or godmother, Auntie Kat is always going to lie, ride for you, and cover for your ass, even if that's with one of my best friends. So I was just in Texas for the holidays, and my goddaughter, Sophia, who is the love of my life, she just turned 15. She is this tall Amazonian princess. She is gorgeous, 5'9". She's got golden blonde hair and these big brown eyes, and is the star volleyball player and cheerleader, and is just going to go places and be the president of the world. She is an amazing, amazing student and an amazing kid. The only problem is that her mother, Crystal, who's one of my best friends, I was the maid of honor at her wedding. We grew up together. I was 10 and she was 14 when we met, and she became a younger mom because she married an older man and had Sophia when she was pretty young. Crystal and I grew up together just being absolute hooligans. So Crystal's mom is very strict on her because of the fact that she knows how her and I were. And I'm always constantly telling her, like, girl, your daughter is a freaking queen. She's a really good kid. She doesn't need her phone taken away or given these very strict qualifications on who she can talk to and everything, in my opinion, because of the fact that she is incredibly smart and just really has her shit together. They had this big dinner Christmas party while I was home, and the way that their house is set up, it's very cute, where you walk in, there's this big Spanish style kind of garden outside that wraps around the entire house into the backyard. You walk inside and there's all this like cute cobblestone and archways, but they always play outside in the lawn that wraps around to the back, where we play games like cornhole, red light, blue light, or red light, green light. What the fuck is red light, blue light? There was a boy at the party called Graham, along with a lot of other friends from her high school that she was very good friends with. And Graham is someone that she has been Snapchatting with because she really likes him and they both have a crush on each other. But Crystal and her man are like hawks on letting them be alone or spend any type of time together. Like, they would walk off and try to go like make out somewhere, and her mom would be like, where did they go? I'm like, girl, this is a party at your house. There are tons of people here. It's not like they're gonna go fuck in the bushes. You know what I mean? Like, let them go make out. Her and I were doing way worse things when we were that age. Quickly, let me just describe my outfit because I know y'all like that. I was wearing this high neck, very peachy colored lace top with these brown slacks and my hair down like this, with this big leather jacket. So at one point, we're all playing outside and the parents are all kind of just sitting on this table that's like right here drinking. And then the lawn is here and the kids are all playing red light, green light. Crystal and the friends are here and I'm the only adult that's playing with the kids because she's a teenager at heart, y'all. And so we're all running on the lawn. It's very fun. And at one point, there's like 20 teenagers and kids, all from the ages of like 5 to 21, and then a teenage 30-year-old over here, all on the lawn, and we're all playing the red light, green light game. It's very easy to kind of lose track of some of the kids because once you get out, you kind of walk away or whatever. As soon as Sophia and Graham get out of the game, they kind of walk over to the side where it wraps around to the front. And earlier she was like, Kat, I really want to just like go and spend a little time alone with Graham. We want to like make out, but my mom won't stop hounding me and like being on my ass. I was like, girl, don't you worry. We're going to play this game, red light, green light. And then the first opportunity that you guys get out, let yourselves get out, go off and sneak off and you guys can go kiss and stuff. And I will cover your mom. Like, don't worry. And she was like, thank you so much. So they look at me from the side of the building. I'm like, all things to go. The eagle and the hawk are off to do their thing. I look over and Crystal's drunk and she's just like sitting at the table like with the friends and everything. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like running back and forth with Bentley, who's their other kid, who's the boy, and we're just having a good time. At some point I see Mama Crystal's whiskers and antenna go up like this. Doot doot. I'm like, uh-oh, Auntie Kat to the rescue. I walk over, I sit down, and she's like, hey, have you seen Sophia? I was like, oh yeah, she actually went to go get me a drink. And she was like, oh, where's Graham? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I think that he went off with some of the boys to play cards inside. And she was like, oh, I'm just gonna go inside and get a drink. I was like, wait. I was like, I'll just text Sophia to grab us a drink as well because she's already going inside. She's like, I just wanna go check on it. I know my friend very well, and I know that she is obsessed with two things: being a helicopter mom and talking about if when she truly says that she peaked. And that was her dance career when she was 17 in high school, and she won the dance competition by doing some pirouette splitsy thing. So then I was like, oh, Chris, I was like, have you told the girls, the other like moms that were sitting at the table, about your dance career? And they were like, what? And I was like, oh, you didn't know that she literally almost became like a Raiders girl. She was like a professional dancer. She actually won this huge dance competition with a sprained ankle. It's actually an amazing story. They're like, no, we actually didn't know that about you, Crystal. She's like, oh yeah, you know, those were back in my glory days. And I'm like, girl, you have to tell them, like, she was a freaking star. They're like, tell us. She goes, well, it wasn't just a sprained ankle. It was actually a fractured blah, blah, blah. She starts going off. I'm like, mission accomplished. I'm sitting there waiting. She's telling this story. While she's talking, I quickly text Sophia. I'm like, hey, before you guys come back, make sure to go bring your mother and me a drink because I told her that's where you were. Maybe like 20 minutes go by, and here comes Sophia and Graham, both carrying drinks for us. I was having a Moscow Mule, and Crystal was having a wine. They bring it over, and I scoot over so Sophia can share a seat with me, and then Graham goes, and he's like talking to his friends. Crystal is still telling her story, y'all, about her pirouettes. I look at Sophia, I'm like, how did it go? And she like whispers in my ear, she was like, it was good. I was like, okay. She goes, but something happened. I'm like, what? Did he touch you? Did he do something appropriate? Did he push you past what you wanted? Because I will kill him right now. She's like, no. She's like, our teeth touched. I was like, what? She goes, well, at one point we were kissing and he moved his head and I moved my head and we bashed our heads together and our teeth knocked together. And I was like, oh. And she was like, is that bad? Is that a bad sign? I was like, girl, trust me. Weirder shit's gonna happen the longer you kiss and date. Like, teeth knocking is just something that y'all have to work out the weird ass kinks for, but don't worry. And she goes, no, you don't understand. I think he chipped a tooth. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I heard a crack. And then he just kind of like looked at me and I looked at him and then we walked inside to get drinks. I'm like, okay, let me go investigate. She sits there with her mom. I go and I find the boys, Graham and his friend, standing next to the side of the house, and they're all kind of huddled. I'm like, hi, boys. And they're like, oh, hey. I'm like, Graham, can I talk to you? And he's like, yeah. He walks over and he's like this. I'm like, you okay? And he goes, I don't want to tell my mom. I was like, what? He goes, look. He like goes like this, y'all. He had chipped the bottom of this tooth. I was like, brother, how hard did y'all knock teeth together? Good God, you got to work on your form. And he goes, I know. He goes, but I don't know what to tell my mom. I can't tell her that we were making out and that's why we knocked teeth. I was like, don't worry, I'm going to handle it. I grab his friends. I was like, hey, y'all are going to start wrestling right now. And Graham is going to go down and we're going to pretend like Graham smacked his head on this thing right here and he chipped his tooth. Okay. And they were like, okay. I'm like, all right. I start like kind of pushing them together. They're like laughing and wrestling and stuff like that. And I'm over there like, you guys, like, quit it, y'all. And then I slap the side of a brick thing. Graham goes, oh, and I go, oh my God, are you okay? As soon as I say that, 3 of the parents run from the side of the house, including Graham's mom, Crystal, and Graham's dad. And they're like, what happened? When they walk over, I'm huddled with the boys and I'm holding Graham's head. And I'm like, oh my God, he just hit his tooth on this brick. His mom runs over. She's like, what? I move my hand from his mouth. He looks over and he goes, is it bad? And everyone goes, oh, you chipped your tooth. And she goes, what were you guys doing? And they were like, we were just wrestling and messing around. The dad was like, you silly boys, you football guys, you know how they be doing. And he's like, it's really not that bad. And the mom's like, okay, well, I'll call the dentist tomorrow. So, problem solved. Parents didn't find out. I'm here, an auntie, a mother to you all. I always got your back. Hire me for your babysitting and auntie and godmother needs. I promise that I will keep them in line while also making sure that they learn life lessons, but also have the freedom to be kids.